Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to do a prom inspired video just because I know that so many people are going to prom here soon. And so I just wanted to give you a really fun kind of glittery, dramatic, smoky eye. I feel like this eye is so neutral that you can wear with all sorts of different colors of prom dresses, blacks, reds. I would even rock this with like a beige or white kind of color. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and let's just get into it. I've started out with the base of my face completely done, so I have foundation on and my brows. So I've obviously already done this eye, and then I'm just going to show you what I did to recreate it on this side. First thing I'm going to do is just get my hair out of my face. To prep my eye, I'm just going to put soft ochre paint pot on this side. And for eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be using this Crown 35 Rose Gold eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be setting the soft ochre with this lightest beige color here. Next, for my first transition shade, I'm just going to be taking this light beigey peach color here and putting it in my crease. With this color, I'm kind of following the bottom of my eyebrow up pretty high, and then also winging it all the way down to the tail there, and then connecting it back into the outer corner of my eye. The next transition shade I'm going to use is this a little bit darker peach color here, and I'm just going to be buffing that right on top of that first color that we put down. That crease, so that it gives a nice blown out effect. Next, I'm going to take this darker brown color and I'm just going to start deepening it up. I'm going to want to be closer about keeping this right above the socket of my eye and not blending it quite as high as those other two peachy colors. You just want to keep it right on top of your crease. Next, with a smaller pencil brush, I'm going to dip into this color here, just a darker brown. And I'm going to be placing this on the outer corner and in the crease. Once most of the product from my brush is on the outer corner, and there's still a little bit kind of like left over on the brush, then I'm just going to bring it up towards the front inner corner of my eye. That way when we cut the crease, it just looks more dramatic. Now that we have most of the color on the eye, I just like to go back in with my blending brush and just kind of like buff it into the previous colors and blend it out. Once I got to this point, I wanted it to be even a little bit darker, but these were some of the darkest ones in the palette, so I knew it wouldn't deepen up much more than this, so I took a different palette. I'm taking the Balm Cosmetics Meet Matrimony palette, and I am taking this really burgundy, dark, warm brown called Meet Reed, and I'm just going to be placing that in the outer corner. That starts to give it the depth and darkness that I wanted, because I really wanted this to be dramatic and smoky on that outer corner. And then just taking the tiniest dot of the black color called Matte Ahmed, I'm barely dipping into the black, and I'm just lightly pressing that right on the very, very outer corner right at my lash line, and just doing really tiny small circles. Once again, taking my fluffy brush, I am just blending all of these together again. Now what I'm going to do is just do my cut crease, and I'm only going to do a half cut crease. So taking this small flat brush, you want something that's small and precise to use. And I am taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm just gonna place a little bit of the concealer on my brush. And the easiest way for me to do a cut crease is really to look down so that my eye is very flat. When I look straight on, see how much creasing is in my eye socket. I don't want that because that makes more wrinkles. But when you put your chin up and you look down, then it makes the eye kind of tighter. And build it slowly up. Don't worry about it getting kind of like wrinkly and messed up too, because you can always come back and fix it. Okay, once you have that about halfway over, then I'm just going to blend it down onto my lid and kind of want to fade it out into the other brown colors in your outer crease. Now that we have the base of our cut crease down, I'm just going to be using this Stila Magnificent Metals liquid eyeshadow, and I am using the color Smoldering Satin, which is so pretty. These have a really nice doe foot applicator, so it makes it easy to just paint on the eye right next to where we cut the crease out with concealer. Then where you can kind of see this line where the glitter ends and the dark shadow begins, I just like to take a clean little small brush and kind of blend them together so that you can't tell. No harsh lines between your dark shadow and your glitter. It's kind of like back and forth, small little back and forth motions. Next, whenever I do glitter eyeshadow, I always like to use liquid liner because it goes over the glitter easy as opposed to kind of like gel or pencil. Kind of makes it chunky, so I just find liquid eyeshadow to be best with glitter. But I'm pretty sure you can get it online. I did a really tiny wing. For mascara, I'm just going to use the Maybelline Great Lash. And just to finish up the bottom lash line, I'm going back into the Meet Mattes, and I'm going to take Matte Lopez and just run that on my bottom lash line. And then next I'm going to take the Matte Reed and keep that towards the outer corner. Last for the eyes, I'm taking my L'Oreal Silkissime black liner, and I'm just going to do the tight lining on the bottom waterline and top. All right, for concealer, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Fair, and I'm just going to be doing this on my under eyes, on the bridge of my nose, and a few little stripes on my forehead and chin. And I'm just buffing that in with my Ecotools Beauty Sponge, which I recently got and I'm testing out. I do like this really flat part of the sponge. It's really convenient for the edges of your nose and under eyes. And then next I'm just going to dip into my RCMA No Color Powder and just bake everywhere that I just put concealer. While that bake is setting, I am just going to start bronzing my face with this NYX High Definition Blush in the color Nude'tude, which is really nice for fair skin. And then for blush, I am using the NYX High Definition Blush in the color Soft Spoken, which is just a very natural, light, peachy kind of color. I liked those two colors just mixed in together. The NYX High Definition blushes are just super pretty. They're some of my favorite drugstore blushes. Now I'm just gonna lightly sweep away any of that excess RCMA No Color Powder that's still on from baking. And then for my highlighter today, I'm going to go in with the OFRA Beverly Hills highlighter. This one is one of my favorites. It's so pretty when they're all mixed together. I honestly sometimes try to avoid these two like gold and really dark pink colors because I'm so fair that if I swirl it all the way around that it can be too dark on me. So I kind of try to keep it on this lighter side. I love how like icy and just so bright this highlighter is. And I like that you can go in with the different colors. Once I've distributed most of the product onto my cheekbones and temples, I'm just going to take whatever's left over on my brush and lightly sweep it down the bridge of my nose, just so it gives a soft, subtle highlight. And I do just want to clean up a little bit on my cheeks here too, because I went a little crazy with the bronzer and it started to kind of move, and I like a more chiseled cheek. So I'm just going back into my RCMA powder. I also don't like where my mouth starts to get darker on the edges, so I like to do a little bit there as well. It starts to look dark and I don't like that. And I'm just gonna let this sit for a minute. And once that's just been sitting for a minute, I'm just gonna dust it away lightly. And see how it just really like lightens it up? For this look, I just wanted to go with a kind of darker brown, nudie kind of lip. So I'm going to be taking MAC's Stripdown liner and lining my lips. And then I'm taking Jordana Sweet Cream liquid lipstick in the color Cinnamon Toast for my liquid lipstick. Alright you guys, well that is it for this prom tutorial. I hope you guys really enjoyed it and I hope you guys have a great time at prom. Look out for some fun like spring and summer festival kind of looks coming your way soon and I'll see you next time. Bye!